Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and today I'm here with Brownells Daily Defense to talk to you about pistol firing grips. So when you make the choice to go out to the firing range, one of the things that I want to hope that you achieve is a positive experience. You might not need to have a positive outcome, but I really want you to have a positive experience. And one of the things that I've noticed in our training classes that helps to develop that positive experience is really having a good understanding of that pistol's firing grip. So the first thing we want to talk about are the 5 points of contact that exist to help achieve a proper firing grip. The first is going to be the home position, which is the intersection between the slide and the frame. This is going to be where my trigger finger is until I'm ready to fire. The next point of contact is going to be right here, my pinky, my right hand pinky. I want to make sure that that is properly engaged on the frame of the pistol. The third point is going to be my left hand pinky. The fourth point will be my left hand thumb, and then the fifth point will be my right hand thumb. Now what I want to do to facilitate the grip is I want to lift my right hand thumb out of the way to allow me to take the heel of my hand and place it on the grip panel frame. I also want to make sure that the trigger finger of my left hand comes up underneath the trigger guard. When I do that, I've really allowed my hand to envelop this firearm and allow me to apply pressure 360 degrees around it. So this is 5 points of contact. Now, once I have all 5 points of contact on the gun, I really want to make sure that I am squeezing my pinkies. And this again seems very counterintuitive, but I really want to make sure that I squeeze my pinkies. If I squeeze my pinkies, I'm going to get a telegraphing effect of pressure up the rest of my digits. The next thing I want to make sure of is I want to make sure that I'm actually pressing the heels of my hands together. I don't need to press them in like I'm trying to crush a beer can. I just want to make sure that I'm applying pressure inward. The last thing I want to do is make sure that my wrists are locked. I do not want to have this mobility in my wrist while I'm shooting. The recoil impulse will be increased if I don't have a good locked wrist. Now, once I put all of these together and I apply force, what I've done is I've created a very positive, firm grip. Now, what's important is that I apply this force throughout the shooting string. So, what are some of the common mistakes that we see? The first mistake that we'll see is not allowing your hands to envelop in the gun in those correct 5 points of contact. So once you understand how to interface with the firearm, it's going to make things a lot easier. The second common mistake that we see is when folks don't squeeze with their pinkies. If you don't squeeze with your pinkies, what typically happens is you're relying on the top 2 digits to do all the heavy lifting. We want to make sure that our entire hand is in play here. And so if you can really concentrate on squeezing those pinkies, you're going to ensure that all your digits are working in concert. The last mistake that we will typically see is when folks will relax and then tighten, relax and then tighten. What we want to make sure is that our grip pressure remains constant. If you can apply a tremendous amount of force on the gun, that's awesome. But if you can't hold that force for an extended period of time, you're really not going to get much out of it. I would rather you have a good, firm application of tension versus I'm squeezing really hard, then I have to relax. I'm squeezing really hard, and then I have to relax. So constant grip pressure is what we're looking for. So if you can apply those tips to your next range session, hopefully what will happen is you'll start to learn how to properly hold that firearm to improve your experience. Because once you can see that the firearm is not recoiling as much as you had previously seen, that's going to increase your appetite to want to get back out on the firing line and do it again. All right, so I'm Jeff Gonzalez. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them down below. Until then, take care and stay safe.